You know what sucks? Video games based on movies. Sure, there are exceptions to the rule, but not every movie gets a game like they used to. It's because people have wisened up and realized that, despite the idea sounding awesome, movie games are normally total garbage. But thinking back to a time when seemingly every movie did get a game, some of the choices are just baffling. You got Hook, Bill and Ted, and The Hunt for Red October, just to name a few. And then there's the Lawnmower Man. If you're like me and you haven't seen the film, the name's gonna get your attention. Basically, the whole story is based on virtual reality, or at least as I understand it, but whatever, let's just check out the game. You've got two characters to choose from. I think one of them is supposed to be Pierce Brosnan, but something went very wrong with these images. The Genesis has its limitations, sure, but the JPEG is strong with this one. So you pick Blue Man or Red Woman, you see a bad Judge Dredd cosplay, and enter the industrial zone. Wow, this is the future of gaming. Look at the colors, all whole blocks of them, and your hands, the only thing with any detail. This is amazing. I don't know what to say. Wait, yes I do. Lawnmower Man is broken into two different segments, these flying ones you see here, and wannabe Metal Slug or Contra stages where you shoot everything that moves. Seriously, these flying stages are a little disorienting since you go so fast and you're just kinda thrown into it. Luckily you've got these triangles of health here, so you don't have to worry about dying. These flying parts are far tougher than they need to be, since the view distance is so low you'll have a whole wall in your face before you know it. Granted, I've yet to die on one of these, but they still suck. And they feel like they last an eternity, especially when they decide to throw shooting into the mix. There's also the ones where you're in a tube and in third person, but really they're all bland looking and control like garbage. But that's only half the game. The other half are these shooter stages, where you're armed with either a shotgun or a bazooka that shoots balls. Man, I don't know. Anyway, you can only fire in the direction you're facing, which sucks against bosses and enemies that might be higher or lower than you. Contra had set the standard by now, so I don't know why they couldn't follow that. Otherwise, it's a pretty basic shooter. Yeah, you know most shooters, the bosses include cars and gas pumps, the usual stuff. Maybe that falls on me though, because I haven't actually seen the movie, but I feel like if there was a part in the film where they had to shoot gas pumps or cars with bazooka balls, it'd probably be all over YouTube. The best thing about this game though is the music. It's all pretty fast paced and has the classic Genesis twang to it. I know some people don't care for the Genesis' sound because of that, and maybe it's the fact that I grew up with the system, but I love Genesis music, when it's done right of course. The Lawnmower Man manages to have some pretty sweet tracks and, well, just listen. Good stuff. Other than that though, there's not much interesting here, and that's the problem. The Lawnmower Man isn't some god-awful atrocity. Sure, it's got plenty of frustrating moments in it, and the flying sections look like, well, crap, but overall it's just boring. And really, at the end of the day, you gotta wonder about that. A bad game will make you feel something, anger, resentment, maybe regret over the fact you spent time or money with it. A boring game can make you feel this too, but it's difficult to put into words just what's wrong with it. The Lawnmower Man does try to break up the gameplay, but in turn, everything feels like a drawn-out chore. And I'm playing video games, which means I'm probably neglecting chores or something I need to do, so why replace one chore with the other? The answer, you don't.